Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So, do you like a bit of comic books, do you? Do you like comic books? Well, if you don't, this video might be for you. This is a video for comic books for people who don't read comics. You know, you hear a lot about comics. They make lots of movies of comics. What's all the fuss about? So this is a great jumping on point for somebody who likes who doesn't know anything about comics, because this is not a superhero comic at all, which people think, you know, if it's a comic book, it's got to have spandex and capes in it. Not at all, not at all. So I'm going to recommend this book to you. I just read it yesterday. My heroes have always been junkies. It doesn't sound like Batman or Superman fair to me. No. My heroes have always been junkies by Ed Brubaker, art by Sean Phillips. And I believe his son, Jacob Phillips. Jacob Phillips did the colouring. I'm assuming it's Sean Phillips' son. I'm just an old sentimentalist. I like families. Okay, that's just me for you. It's a wonderful piece of standalone crime noir fiction, and it really is a fantastic piece of that. It's not a huge read, it's about 50, 60 pages. You'll be done with it in an hour or so, as I was, and feel much better for it, right? Feel much better for the experience, and it's something I'm going to look forward to going back to. Also, like, before we get to the review, the form factor. These are hardback books. Just lovely. It's absolutely lovely. I love everything about this, from the design, from the art, from the and most importantly, the story. The story is a very, very good story. Bit of a simple one. Fine. Before we get into the review, like, share, subscribe, comment, Rumble. If you're watching on Rumble, hit that Rumble button. And all my videos are now on Rumble. They got this great YouTube sync feature, which I just did that, and now they're synced. So like, share, subscribe, comment, Rumble. Mostly sign up to my Substack. Listen, if you're interested in finding out more about comics, sign up to my Substack. There's a link in the video notes. Substack is an email list. Basically, I put alerts of all my content that I put out on there. But I do a lot more. I write and draw comics, and I put a lot of them out on the Substack. It's free. This is totally free, right? So every Sunday, I think this video is going out on Sunday, right? Every Sunday, we're going to be doing the series called The Ice Warriors. This is a one-page strip in the same tradition as the Doctor Who strips from the 60s. They beautiful artwork on them. They're these one-page strips they did in the 60s. They did something similar in the 90s called The Cybermen, with Adrian Salmon doing the artwork. I think Alan Barnes wrote them. Absolutely love them. So I'm doing something similar called The Ice Warriors. Stefano Cardacelli did the art. I coloured them. I just did the colouring on Friday, so it's by the time this video is out, it should be out now. Sign up to my Substack; it comes out each week. If you want to be super, super, super nice and actually get something I think quite good, sign up to my paid Substack, which I'm going to start promoting this week. You're going to get 50 pages of freaking awesome comics a month for $5 a month. This is basically the way I'm trying to monetize this channel. YouTube have demonetized me because I think the reason is I just think having a penis is, generally speaking, makes you a male, right? And I'm not saying universally, because, heaven forbid. And YouTube really doesn't like me having that opinion. So I'm demonetized. So if you like a bit of comics, I'm putting out good stuff on that. I'm also putting out novels and stuff on myself. It's good. What can I tell you? It is good. It is good. Actually, Substack have invested heavily into the comic space. A team that they wanted to get was Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, and I wish they did, because I would have signed up to that in a shop. So what? Here, let's first have a look at this, because comics is a visual medium. Was it this one over here? Doink. Fine. So again, I just love the cover. I love the cover. I love the form factor. I think they may have even designed the typeface or the for the cover specifically for this. And it's the story of a youngish girl who's a criminal. This comes from a wider series called Criminal, which is just fantastic. But this is really a standalone adventure story. It's not an adventure. Standalone story, getting inside the mechanic, not just the mechanics of crime, but I would say the rationale of crime. Like for me, I would have trouble being a criminal, right? I don't like lying to people. I don't like misleading people. I don't like hurting people, right? These are things that are built into all human beings, right? This basic, empathy for it, which you've got to get over to be a criminal, which is what this story is. It is a meditation on this girl who is a criminal and go completely behind her motivations for doing something really quite terrible, and it's told very, very cleverly. I will say with beautiful artwork. So let's start flicking through it and have a look. So the story, you get a nice little prologue with this girl. I think she's late teens, early 20s, and again, honestly, I think Jacob Phillips should have got more. What's the word I'm looking for? More press. I think he should get equal billing, because this coloring is beautiful and very, very distinctive, and I think very, very makes up the feeling of this book. Although if it is Sean Phillips' kid, maybe his father helped him with it. Helped him with it quite a lot. So you get this quite nice little prologue where you get inside this character, and then you get inside the story, and that she's in this very, very expensive rehab facility. It's like $5,000 a week. It's all from her point of view. You see her going around looking at the other people there, and she can call out their BS in a second because she's a criminal and she knows. One thing about being able to lie, you understand what goes on and how people lie and how unprofessionals lie in a very, very obvious way. She's poking apart in her head all the people in the encounter group, and she's just kind of getting in trouble as she's doing it, right? Throughout the book, we got these wonderful little flashbacks that go into monotone, which go into her childhood, how it's connected to her love of music, and how her childhood was that she was brought up by junkie criminals, and what it's like. You hear stories of children in the back room while the mother's shooting up heroin and stuff like that, very criminally way. This is a story of one of those girls, right? This is basically what's going on, and how her she connected emotionally through music. Like she was separated from her father because he's in prison, because he's a criminal, because everybody in this is a criminal. So as the story goes on, the girl gets to know a young man in the rehab facility, and the story is essentially of a bender. They end up going on together. I don't feel this is a spoiler because it's very obvious from the first page, when their first meeting here, that this is what's going to happen. But it becomes an incredible little character piece, but just solely focusing on this woman, right? So solely focusing on her and her motivations. The story unfolds and unfolds and unfolds, and you find out more and more, and things are not what you expect them to be. And she does lead this poor boy astray, right? In the most terrible way possible. You get to see her rationale behind us about how she's able to do it, how she's able to look at herself in a mirror, how she's able to view herself positively as she does it. But the story again unfolds at a very easy pace, right? You don't feel like pacing is something that you don't get in comics often nowadays. Pacing is when you buy a comic, you don't want it to go be finished. You're paying like $6 minimally for a floppy now, and the idea of it being finished in like 3 minutes is bad, right? Because that pacing then is too slight. But then you get the other way with very, very inexperienced, unprofessional writers now, where the pacing's terrible. You feel like you're wading through mud trying to get through the comic. Not that way at all. Again, the pacing of this is absolutely perfect. It feels like a really good 90-minute noir crime thriller, which is exactly what it is, right? It's exactly what it is. So you basically follow these characters, on their bender. There's no nudity in it. I think. I mean, again, there's no nudity or violence. There are adult situations, but if you're somebody who is not up for that, then don't worry. I think if it's basically just based on graphic violence and nudity, this will probably get a PG-13 in terms of adult themes. Probably more mature. So again, as I said, you follow this couple as they get together and find out what happens with them, and you basically end up where you end up where you started, but you end up going on a journey, going on a complete story, and understanding this person, right? You understand them personally, and when you do finally find out her motivations and what's going on, then it ties into this larger, this called criminal universe, right? So there's, I think, 4 very good hardback graphic novels in this, again, which are all about this. You have the same characters from similar families that show you a cycle of crime, and again, in a very, very intellectually sound and interesting way. If you like it and you want to read more, this is fantastic. Cruel Summer by the same people. Absolutely fit. Look, this is a thick, stonking thick one. Really, really, really good tome. This is just, a wholehearted recommend, right? A wholehearted recommend. I think it's fantastic. If you're interested in comics, this is one to check out, right? If you go onto Amazon, buy it right now. Maybe you'll like it. And I hope you do, right? I genuinely hope you do. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.